Be ready, start. As well as division bench judgment of this court in LPA number 1046 of 2002 titled Jagjit Singh versus Union of India and others decided on 18/4/2012 to contend that opinion of the medical board should be given primacy and should not be set aside. Stop. The court do not sit over the decision of the expert bodies. Stop. The jurisdiction of the courts to interfere with the decision taken by the expert bodies is limited. Stop. Reference is also made to Supreme Court judgments in Union of India and others versus Dheer Singh Colonel within bracket 2003 and Union of India and others versus Keshar Singh within bracket 2007 675 in support of the argument that even if no note regarding disease is made at the time of recruitment, still the disability pension can be declined. Stop. In the light of the judgments and the provisions of the regulations and the instructions, our decision in respect of each of the question is as follows. Stop. Para. The extent of power of judicial review of the decisions taken by the experts is not res integra. Stop. In University Grants Commission versus Neha Anil SCC 519, the Supreme Court observed that in academic matters, unless there is a clear violation of statutory provisions, the regulations, or the notification issued, the courts shall keep their hands off, since those issues CWP number 7277 of 2013 fall within the domain of the experts. Stop. In another judgment reported as India Private Limited and another versus State of Uttar Pradesh and others, the Supreme Court discussed the scope of the judicial review in the following manner. Stop. The power of judicial review is neither unqualified nor unlimited. Stop. It has its own limitations. Stop. Para. The scope and extent of the power that is so very often invoked has been the subject matter of several judicial pronouncements within and outside the country. Stop. When one talks of judicial review, one is instantly reminded of the classic and quoted passage from Council of Civil Service Unions versus Minister for the Civil Service 1985, where Lord summed up the permissible grounds of judicial review. Thus, judicial review has, I think, developed to a stage today when, without retreating any analysis of the steps by which the development has come about, one can conveniently classify under three heads the grounds upon which administrative action is subject to control by judicial review. Stop. The first ground would call illegality, the second irrationality, and the third procedural impropriety. By illegality as a ground for judicial review. Stop. Para. I mean that the decision maker must understand correctly the law that regulates his decision making power and must give effect to it. Stop. Whether he has or not is par excellence a justiciable question to be decided in the event of dispute by those persons, the judges by whom the judicial power of the state is exercisable. Stop. By irrationality, I mean what can be now be succinctly referred to as Associated Provincial Picture Houses Limited versus unreasonableness. Stop para. It applies to a decision which is so outrageous in its defiance of logic or of accepted moral standards that no sensible person who had applied his mind to the question to be decided could have arrived at it. Stop. Whether a decision falls within this category is a question that judges by their training and experience should be well equipped to answer, or else there would be something badly wrong with our judicial system. Stop. I have described the third head as procedural impropriety rather than failure to observe basic rules of natural justice or failure to act with procedural fairness towards the person who will be CWP number 7277 of 2013 affected by the decision. Stop. This is because susceptibility to judicial review under this head covers also failure by an administrative tribunal to observe procedural rules that are expressly laid down in the legislative instrument by which its jurisdiction is conferred, even where such failure does not involve any denial of natural justice. Stop para. The above principles have been accepted even by this court in a long time of decisions handed down from time to time. Stop. We may, however, refer only to some of those decisions where the development of law on the subject has been extensively examined and the principles applicable clearly enunciated. Stop. This court identified the grounds of judicial review of administrative action in the following words. Stop. The duty of the court is to confine itself to the question of legality. Stop. Its concern should be whether a decision making authority exceeded its powers. Interrogation. Committed an error of law, committed a breach of the rules of natural justice, reached a decision which no reasonable tribunal would have reached or abused its powers. Stop. Therefore, it is not for the court to determine whether a particular policy or particular decision taken in the fulfillment of that policy is fair. Stop. It is only concerned with the manner in which those decisions have been taken. Stop. Over.